These are 13 times when Harry and Meghan embarrassed themselves in public. The last one will make you cringe so bad, so stick around till the end. At Queen Elizabeth's funeral in 2022, Harry and Meghan were spotted holding hands. Normally sweet, but at such a solemn royal occasion, it was blasted as inappropriate and too casual. Critics called it embarrassing and tone-deaf for a moment of mourning.
We suddenly saw that even though all the other royal couples stayed in the same formation, no touch between them, that seemed to be an impossible task for Harry and Meghan. They moved closer together, and even then they couldn't wait for the moment when their torsos got close. We saw both of them reaching out to take one another's hand in their very familiar signature hand clasp.
At Trooping the Colour, Harry stood stiff and unsmiling on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Meghan leaned in to say something, but Harry gave her a stern look and told her to stand straight. Meghan turned around and camera captured her face when she looked like she was about to cry. In the Netflix documentary, Meghan recalled the first time she met Queen Elizabeth and mocked the tradition of curtsying. She exaggeratedly bent down in an over-the-top performance, almost like a comedy skit, while Harry sat uncomfortably next to her.
This is a big deal. I mean, Americans will understand this. We have medieval times, dinner and tournament. It was like that. Like I curtsied as though I was like, pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty. Was that okay?
Viewers around the world, especially in the UK, found it highly disrespectful. What Meghan thought was a lighthearted anecdote ended up being viewed as insulting, and the backlash turned this into one of the most embarrassing stories she's ever shared publicly.
There she is, mocking his grandmother, mocking the entire institution she devoted her life to, and he just sits there and grins like an idiot. He looked uncomfortable. He didn't look like he was on board with that, but at the end of the day, he sat there and grinned like an idiot as she pretends that, oh, I had no idea meeting the Queen was a big deal and I had to curtsy, oh my God. And I just find the whole thing so utterly reprehensible. It's boring as well.
When Meghan was in labor with Lilibet, she was filmed dancing with her bump, and Harry joined in. Instead of praise, social media called it cringe and embarrassing, saying it was far too casual for a couple who were once royals.
This is to induce Lilibet's birth. She's dancing in front of the camera. Oh God, it looks like a lap dancing club with pregnant women. He's also dancing in front of the camera. She's got a black dress on. She's literally holding her bump and twerking, and she's put this on social media.
During a charity polo match, Harry fell down from his horse twice in front of the cameras. The fall was caught on video, replayed endlessly online, and turned into memes across social media. It looked like the horse didn't want Harry on.
Ooh. Now looking to take this ball on. Has it on the near side. Plays it over to Prince Harry. Has it on the offside. Now leaves it open for the man you don't want to leave it open to. It's time now for Nacho Figueres as the whistle goes, boys. Remember, Royal Salute in the blue with the advantage. Have a listen for the... Oh, hang on, we've got player off. And a bow from Prince Harry as he...
In June 2022, during Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, Harry and Meghan attended a service at St. Paul's Cathedral. As they exited the church, loud boos erupted from the crowd, overpowering the cheers. The reaction was broadcast live worldwide, leaving the couple visibly uncomfortable.
But they were. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry hit with boos and some cheers as they made their first public appearance with the royal family in 2 years.
Back in 2005, Harry was photographed wearing a Nazi uniform to a costume party. The picture sparked global outrage and remains one of the biggest stains on his reputation. Even today, whenever royal embarrassments are mentioned, this incident still gets dragged back into the spotlight.
Website, and Prince Harry claims that it was Will and Kate who suggested he wore that Nazi uniform. So apparently there were two options for this particular fancy dress party that Prince Harry could wear back in 2005, a pilot's uniform and a Nazi uniform. He rang up his brother William and Catherine, and they suggested he wore the Nazi uniform. He then did. A picture appeared on the front of The Sun, which clearly damaged his reputation.
In 2018, Meghan shocked everyone during a formal engagement when she stepped out of the car and walked ahead of Queen Elizabeth. The protocol is crystal clear. The Queen always goes first. This wasn't just a slip-up, it was a major breach of royal etiquette that sparked endless media chatter. In 2023, during a Lakers game, the couple landed on the kiss cam. The crowd cheered as Harry leaned in, but Meghan turned away with a laugh, leaving him hanging. Thousands of fans gasped in the arena, and millions online labeled it one of their cringiest couple moments ever. In July 2022, Harry gave a keynote address at the United Nations in New York. But instead of being packed with eager listeners, the hall was nearly empty, with rows of vacant seats visible on camera. The internet quickly mocked the couple, pointing out how far they'd fallen from royal grandeur to speaking in front of a barely interested audience.
All this because they want to include this in the upcoming Harry and Meghan show. They wanted this grand occasion where everybody turned out to hear Harry talk, but they didn't turn out to do that at all. And in fact, it's become quite a funny meme where you see what they thought it was going to be and what they hoped it was going to be and what it in fact actually became. See the top one, packed to the rafters. Oh, wow. The bottom one there, all those empty seats.
In 2018, at a friend's wedding, Meghan's dress popped open at the front, accidentally showing her black lace bra. She looked embarrassed once she noticed, but by then the pictures were everywhere. A very private slip turned into a very public humiliation.
Exploded when Meghan appeared to suffer a very minor wardrobe malfunction, displaying a touch of a lacy black bra. One rude tweet called it a deliberate effort by Meghan to steal the show. But check out these photos. Before the wedding, Meghan waved to onlookers, and peekaboo, her top is undone. When she realizes she's showing too much, she uses her hand to cover up, never losing that smile.
Their 2021 tell-all with Oprah Winfrey was one of the most watched interviews of the decade, but instead of gaining sympathy, it backfired in many ways. Meghan and Harry accused the royal family of racism, neglect, and cruelty, but many viewers and critics claimed their stories didn't add up.
We had in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
The couple faced fact checks, contradictions, and harsh criticism for airing private family matters on live television. What they thought would be a moment of truth turned into one of their most polarizing and embarrassing public appearances.
Of booze. Look, you can't be someone who has criticised the royal family as being a racist organisation and Britain being a racist country, the way she and Harry have done, and expect to be welcomed with open arms.
Harry and Meghan sometimes seem out of touch with the room. One such moment happened when they walked into an event while the audience was applauding a musician's performance. People were giving standing ovations, clapping enthusiastically, and just as Harry and Meghan entered late, they assumed the applause was for them. They smiled and looked thrilled at what they thought was their grand welcome. but the clapping quickly faded, leaving them caught in the awkward realization that the ovation wasn't for them at all, but for the performer on stage. It was a painfully embarrassing moment neither of them could really hide from. These moments were truly embarrassing for Harry and Meghan. So, which one did you find the most embarrassing? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.